Harris guy?
What a peculiar vote out on the second vote out of the merge, technically the first, apparently. And no jury yet. I feel like that to me is the biggest shock of the episode, along with the fact that Dwight goes home here in a very odd vote. I don't know about you guys. I did not see this coming from the edit at all. I thought this was pretty poorly edited as far as the boot goes. It's kind of been a theme in this new era where like people will just like disappear. You'd be like, wait, what? They talked about him for 2 seconds. Like, what? We were built up on this person going home the whole episode. And then Dwight goes home and he didn't get any content much this episode. It's like, what? Like, what? And obviously part of that is the fact that the challenge takes up half of the episode. I'm all for like if it's an epic challenge, like the Christian versus, I think, was it Alec? Something like from the David vs. Goliath. That deserve to be half of like I guess like a 30-minute challenge. I don't know how long it was in reality, but that deserved its runtime. Like something like this to me is just like it's unnecessary, and I don't think it really needed to last that long. I think it just caused more issues as far as the edit and not being able to show why Dwight goes home here. What do you guys think of the Dwight boot here? Did you guys feel like it was, I guess edited in a sufficient way or no?
I mean, they brought up his name and they said like, "Hey, we might vote out Dwight or whatever." What was
is that enough for you for an edit, for a boot edit? Just bringing up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, they say like you can't be surprised if they vote someone out. If they say they're gonna vote, they might vote them out. Like I was like, oh yeah, it's either gonna be Dwight or James. I was
Sky. No, I mean what you just said spoke. Wow. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, spoke a lot.
Yeah, I would say this episode felt like it was a James, just straight up James, same as like Ellie kind of played out.
Yeah, like
this is James. This is James.
He got all the screen time, and it wasn't like, okay, but he got screen time, but he's also a power player, so it makes sense. Like, no, he is in the minority. There's just no reason for him to get the screen time except for the advantage, and even then, we're all guessing he goes home soon, so edit that out possibly, and if not, then it makes sense. But they haven't given him a big edit to this point, and all of a sudden his edit jumps up in this episode. That's what a boot's supposed to be. So I guess for me, I thoroughly did. I just must see Survivor differently, because just the mention of somebody's name for me is not sufficient enough.
I mean, could be setting up for a James win. I don't know, man. James.
No, this is not. James didn't do anything.
Yeah, this is.
I know.
Okay, buddy.
I mean,
I will say the three votes tonight were all in the minority, really.
Yeah, bro. Literally, I was watching the show and my mom pointed that out. She was like, "Why are they voting out all the black people?" I was like, "Don't say that." But
no, it's good that we can vote out. To have 3 votes on 3 of the black players and no one said anything. That's where I want to be in Survivor.
It does show a cast that's fully in the game and not in the world of politics or
Shan's like
and
punching
stuff.
the air right now.
Yeah, well,
maybe punching the air right now.
Well, it's funny because it was also 3 black males. Like, it's so coincidental. And I'm sure the people on Twitter are going to say, this is an absolute referendum on black men. They're being targeted one by one. What a horrific pattern that's being set in this game. Oh, my God. Systematic.
Twitter doesn't care about black men.
Mm-hmm.
They only care about black women.
True. But it's funny. Speaking of black men, at my school this morning, they on the announcements said, "Are you a black male? Join the Black Mamba Mentality Club."
That'd be hilarious. Like a white dude just showed up. Like, I'm ready to join.
That's that Black Panther shit right there, bro. I'm telling you. Right?
Identify as black.
Identify as black, and that's crazy. That's crazy.
Can I identify?
You can.
To me, I personally didn't really understand this blind side. I thought maybe it could have been built up more.
It was terrible. It was
yeah.
terrible.
I don't agree with it either.
I mean, Jesse was just like, yeah, we might vote out Dwight, and I don't understand why Dwight is not a benefit to Jesse's game at this point in the season.
It's racism. You know, that's what it's got to be.
I mean, we can hope that would make sense at least.
It's the same, dude. Jesse has only voted out minorities on Bessie. Like he's up to something.
He is a Chad.
Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, like
that at least made sense.
It was actually
like
Cody's
we're worried about a cookout alliance, so that's why we're voting out either Jesse or Dwight. Then I mean, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, no, Jesse originally wanted Noel, right? But then Cody was like, I want Dwight, and then Jesse would I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna meet ride, Cody for a little while so I can make him feel better. So I'm gonna vote out Dwight. That's basically what he was saying. He was like, I want to make sure he feels good about the alliance, bro. And so he, did that. I was actually else? Scared about Owen for this episode. I thought he was gonna do some like freaking cuck shit, like when he started talking or whatever. But in the beginning of the episode or whatever,
I see.
But he didn't. So
I thought this at first he was gonna be Gabler, but then he had his whole immunity win.
Yeah, see, that's why I never really thought Gabler was gonna get voted off because they kept talking about it at the beginning of the episode, and then once he got to like the final four in the immunity challenge, I was like, "There's no way he doesn't want it, right?" Because they were like saying they're gonna vote him out. I'm glad he wanted to.
He starts off like 1 minute. He's doing 1 minute challenges for like these really awesome, like inspirational moments. And then he gets to his like, and my dog. And it's like, okay,
you're just making stuff. Honestly, they're like, I feel like he could have gone longer in that challenge. It felt like he was like actually like had basically control of it the entire time and never really let up.
Yeah, it's like crazy. Like he performed so well in that challenge. I'm curious. You know what? This was mentioned in the Discord server, and for those asking to join, sorry, we close it out during the season to avoid any trolls. But after each season ends, for the off season, we open it back up to join. But I saw somebody ask, what do you guys think happens in a 3-3-3 vote? I know we briefly did discuss this on a past podcast, but someone's because Dwight is not making the jury, the jury is not going to be 3-3-3 anymore. And I'm curious, what are your guys' theory as to what happens in a 3-3-3 vote at the final tribal?
Well, didn't you say one time in the podcast where they just do another challenge with the 3 people there? And
I mean, I said that's my theory after doing like some serious research as to what like probes will and will not say. That seems like the most likely thing.
Well, see,
because like the jury's not like maybe they'll do like a revote on the jury, and if it's still deadlock, then do they have them vote somebody out of it? Does the jury vote somebody out? There's not really many possibilities. Does Jeff vote somebody out? I mean, it's just like what
you could have the 3 contestants vote, but they can't vote for themselves.
Yeah.
I think
3 contestants vote for one person to go out. That just feels like so random.
I think that Dwight not making the jury just shows that they don't want that to happen, because I thought this might happen since that usually this after the 7th person gets voted out, that's when the jury starts. So I was thinking like, okay, I think it makes sense if the person that gets voted out here doesn't make the jury. And I think this just shows that they really just don't even want a 3-3-3 tie. Maybe it's because they realize that like whatever they do is going to be like super controversial. So I don't really know.
Right. I mean, I think the least controversial thing is just to continue the game for one more round. Just play it like old school Survivor, where you do a challenge, because obviously they can't go to 40 days or 41 days, so they just do a challenge and that's it. Period. Like
you can just do fire right there or something.
Yeah, good.
They just said you can do fire right there.
Yeah,
like a 3-way fire making challenge.
That'd be the easiest challenge to do right there.
That's probably what they would do, honestly.
I mean, I guess you couldn't do that if it was in live studio at the end, but I feel like they would say, "Hey, we have a tie" before they let out of the season to go back to. They do the votes reveal at the end of the season anyway. Now, not.
Yeah, well, I mean, in Ghost Island, they showed the tie, and so.
Yeah.
Imagine that though. Like, what if they didn't tell them the tie? Like, Laurel had to vote like on the set for the winner.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, but then she would have got to see the season array.
Yeah, true. And then she probably would have voted for Dominic because she realized he was the way better player, and Wendell's win would be a Mickey Mouse win that shouldn't even count. Yeah, real shit. Spencer like that or something? What happened?
I don't know, but now that he can't talk, I want to talk about something I want to talk about, which is Is anyone else disappointed that Carla didn't have to hold up her weight at the challenge?
I was hoping she'd fall so badly. I wanted to see it, and it happened. I was so happy when she finally like fell off the ladder. It
Her
was so-
falling was hilarious.
that was like the
Uh,
highlight of the episode, honestly.
I wanted to see how many buckets it would take though for them to be able to get 25% of her weight for her to hold.
I
So
was
wondered-
saying like, there's no way Carla wins if she makes it to the final one because like 25% of her body weight is at
that's
least
like
2,000
500
pounds.
pounds. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
it's 2,000. Yeah,
I don't know. How much is a metric? How much is a ton? 2,000 pounds?
it's a lot.
Yeah. So
They would need more than one bucket.
because
So
they do 25% right to like try to make the challenge balance or whatever. But like if a person's like skinny, that doesn't mean they're not going to be able to
Well,
hold up weight, right?
so I think that like doing 25% of pregame weight, that's got to be issues for like people who are giant because they lose so much weight immediately and then they
Mhm.
become weaker. Whereas
which
like I
is-
feel like
that's
if
why
you're
it's
super,
funny.
Like Carla.
yeah, exactly. Where because I feel like that benefits someone who's like already really skinny, like Cochran, and who is going to lose like 3 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds out there, you know, because they have nothing already, which is
Mhm.
kind of funny. I feel like if the people on Twitter actually thought about that, they'd probably find a way to get offended by it. So
yeah, if Carla was in there, it's like that's fat phobic that she had to hold up 25% of her weight. It's like, well, maybe she should have thought about that.
Yeah. The Tyson was actually like saying that like in one of his interviews, like he actually usually loses weight before Survivor season just in case a challenge where you use 25% of your body weight pops up somewhere.
But it is
I
interesting
guess it
because a
was
lot of
that.
players try to actually gain weight before they go out. So
Mm.
you would be weighing maybe even more than you usually
That high
weigh.
relationship, bro.
Like I know, like
What do you-
Penner, he
what
put
do
on a
you
lot of weight to go
guys-
out.
what do you guys think of the return of the knowledge is power advantage? Because
It sucks,
I
it's
didn't mind it. I really didn't mind it because what I've been like clamoring for didn't happen, but close. It was very close. Like everyone knew that it was a thing, whether they knew it or whether they kind of like just guessed. And I feel that's a good thing because then they all swap their stuff around, making James have to play a fantastic social game to keep up and actually be able to use the advantage correctly.
Yeah, the only
To
reason everyone
me,
knew he
I
had is
think
because he
that's
was
the-
stupid and told
Yeah.
people.
So he's stupid. I think,
He
and also
didn't- no, but it isn't even that. I forget who it was, but they assumed that he had it because it was
Yeah,
Gio's
Dwight.
advantage, and yeah, exactly.
Dwight
go.
actually, in a funny way, screwed over Janine by being smart because now he just got voted out with her idol, and
That is
even
funny,
got even
though.
worse for her. I was so happy. Also,
Wait, what? He has
Yeah.
her idol.
yeah, remember
Yeah.
they're all swapping idols like STDs or
Janine's like,
whatever?
I trust you.
God.
Remember?
No.
Did you not?
Oh
Dude,
my
they were like swapping
God.
around. Like, dude, idols and the advantages are like just like no one cares anymore. People are just giving them out now. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
candy.
dude, I don't
People are just
understand
trading
Janine giving
them and
away her
stuff.
idol at all. Like, to
Why
Yeah.
would you
anybody.
give away your idol? James is not going to know you have an idol, bro. Chill
Well,
out.
I think they do know that. Everyone does know Janine has an idol.
Yeah. Everyone knows.
then
Everyone
he's
has
gonna-
stuff now.
What?
So people just
Then give it to
exchanging
your
this.
ally. Don't give
She
it
doesn't
to a
have any
different
more, though.
tribe member.
Exactly.
I get it, but
Also-
like, give it to Gabe. Who? It doesn't matter. Someone who
Gabe,
at least you've been knowing.
No, they
Yeah, she should have gave it to Sammy
specifically
or Owen.
They
Yeah,
specifically
Sammy or
said we're
Owen,
doing
somebody,
cross tribe.
anybody.
They said they're doing
Come on, man.
cross
That's just-
tribe ones to make it less. But also, it's like Survivor needs to give up on the knowledge is power. Okay, just stop trying. It's not gonna work. Okay, the only way it would
I
probably
think
work
it's
is
fine,
if an
but
alliance,
I would
like
not-
a close alliance member, like decides to blindside you. You know what I'm saying? And just
Again,
takes your
wouldn't-
idol.
It,
they
it
know
works
you.
if you still don't
wouldn't
tell
be
anybody.
devastated. Wouldn't be devastated to see it return, but I'm also kind of impartial. I think it has potential, but I think overall it is pretty gimmicky and it doesn't really have like that social aspect unless everybody knows about its specific existence. And
Yeah.
it's kind of tough. I mean, like nowadays it's better because people know it, like how it works. It's not
Mhm.
like as secretive as it was before, but it's still a pretty flawed advantage and kind of gimmicky.
I hate
Also-
that they try to shove it back into the season because Gio got voted out with it right away.
Yeah, is it gonna be like an idol now where they just give like that out as well? Also, I don't think Janine got anything from I don't think did Janine get anything from
No,
Or
No.
is she
Dwight
still
gave,
so she
gave
just has
his
she has
thing.
nothing now.
Dwight gave his to or gave
Yeah, wait.
Noel's to wait. Hold on, who has it
To
on the
Owen.
Vessi? No. Wait, but
Janine gave hers,
what
and
did
then
he
Noel
give? 'Cause
gave hers
he-
to Owen.
No,
Noel's-
hold
Dwight
on.
and Noel were talking
Noel
about
gave
giving
her
hers
still-
to
hold on,
Owen.
Hold on. hold on. So Noelle gave her steal a vote to Owen,
Yeah.
and then Janine gave her idol
Yes.
to
Yes.
Dwight, and
Cody
Cody
kept
kept
his.
idol. Yeah, okay, cool.
To
Awesome.
Dwight.
Like a true player, yes.
Yep. So stupid. Oh my god.
Yeah. So now Janine has nothing, and it's really funny because it seems like every single time she's like the opposite of Midas. Everything she turns like everything she touches turns into shit. Like
You wanna,
she can't get anything right.
Let's discuss if we think that this blindside was a good move, because I think this is really the thing that will really be discussing the most all of this week. Was this a
Well, whose
good move or
move
a bad
was
move?
this?
Jesse and Cody's. So
And
to
then it's
me,
bad.
my
It is
gut,
bad.
my gut tells me it's a bad move. It doesn't feel good. I can't necessarily put my finger exactly why, but like there's general reasons. One of which being that those are your two tribe members. Now Noelle is going to come after you. Noelle's an aggressive player. She has friends on other tribes. Not good. On top of that, way too early. Like if you're gonna do this, at least do it at like 10 or 9. But at what is it, 12 right now? The jury hasn't even started. What do you like? Way too early. And then 3 to me is like they don't have those big friends on the other tribes. Yes, Owen and Sammy seem to like them, and I guess Janine. But now that Dwight is gone, they've now isolated Janine, and so now it's really just Sammy and Owen and maybe Gabler with them. That's
And they probably lose
5
Noelle's
out
trust
the
again. Did she vote with him?
right. So that's it's just Sammy, Gabler, and Owen at best with them. That's 5 people out of 11, and even then, that's not very strong. So I feel like at this point they put themselves in the minority unless they can pull back in Coco and just isolate Noelle and I guess just Janine, right? So yeah.
Yeah. So I like
He-
Jesse. I just think he's
Yeah.
playing a bad game. I just don't understand.
He is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a world where he plays like a good game. I could see it, but right now he's just playing. He's
like I said,
overplaying,
it feels icky. Like this move did not feel right. It's something about it just didn't click for me. And yeah,
It seemed too
I
early,
agree.
and they're too early
It's
to
just
move.
too early.
I mean,
Way too
Cody
early.
even said that like it might be too early, but they're just gonna go for it anyway. So
Yeah, well,
That's
he's
what I'm
like, I guess he's
saying.
playing on the pretense that no one's sticking together with the alliances, but from all we've seen, everyone's sticking with their alliance, with
I
their
think
original.
If you're so
I
scared of Noelle, then go after Noelle. Why are you going after Dwight? That makes no sense. Like Dwight is your friend. He's the one who could possibly flip back to you, even after you blindside him or his
Why are they scared
ally.
of Noelle?
I don't know. I guess they just see her as a person who
I
knows.
think you vote out
the-
James. James was a smart move to vote out
yeah,
I think
'cause he
James
has
is a
the
decent
advantage.
move. Agreed.
because especially now that you know he has Cody knows for a fact he has the knowledge is power. Cody has an idol, so he has something to lose. Vote out James while you have the chance.
Well,
Yeah.
and on top of that, he also has like for the most part, like it's a consensus boot. We can get everybody on one page, build some trust that you can later break. It works out for basically like he doesn't have an idol. He doesn't have like any main allies except for Carla, so it weakens Carla, a player that is playing a good game right now. I really don't see like the downside for Jesse and Cody for getting out James. Dwight and Noelle are not coming after you, and especially for Cody, like no one is like maybe Jesse, maybe they'll flip it on Jesse, but they're not coming after you unless Jesse wins immunity, which is, I mean, come on, it's Jesse. So to me, I think this move didn't feel right from the start. Go ahead, what?
No,
Said
I mean,
you could.
I think Jesse could win immunity, but no, I agree with it being a bad move. I guess they should have stuck with the vote out all of Coco. I don't understand why let's vote out. We only voted out one member that wasn't ours, and now we're going after ours. I don't understand.
Nicholas says,
I get Dwight and Cody aren't fully on board, but
Nick said, did this episode transfer Cody's fan favorite edit to Gabler, possibly opening up Cody to win? I think the first part could be the truth. Second part, a little tough for me to buy. I still don't see Cody winning. He's either like kind of a klutz that's funny and like we like him, or he's a klutz that's like made a dumb move and now like he's supposed to.
Is there any final 3 where like Cody gets votes or like a substantial amount of votes?
I think Cody gets votes at every final 3. It's just the issue.
No,
is,
I'm saying like a
he
substantial amount of votes.
Oh,
in
like
any final
a
3.
substantial. It's Cody,
like Cody Gabler,
Probably.
and like
Cody Gabler, and then it can't be Owen, it can't be Sammy. Cody Gabler and like Janine probably. I think it's like his best.
He
case
might
scenario.
squeak
It could
out
be.
wins,
It
yeah.
could be Owen. If Owen was there, I think
You think
Cody
he could
gets
beat
more
Owen?
votes.
I think Owen beats him all.
Yeah,
I think
don't
if
people
Owen
specifically
gets to-
Owen.
I think if Owen gets to final 3, he probably's done a couple of things that make him.
I think
if Owen doesn't get
gets
there
to Final
with
Three,
Sammy,
I think Owen beats
saying.
everybody except for maybe like well, definitely
Sammy,
Sammy, and
obviously.
then maybe like Noelle. I think like she would have awesome chances with the jury, or even possibly like a character like Carla. I think the biggest issue here for Owen is going to be getting there. I think if he gets to the end, he's going to be really, really good. He has that winner's equity, right? Where like you can picture him arguing in front of a jury why he should win. You know, it's not something that I could picture with a lot of people on this post-merge. So to me, I see that. How does he get to the end, though? Like, there's no way him and Sammy don't get blindsided here. And if it is one of them, it's probably Owen. Unless Sammy's like the person who gets blindsided and like Owen's like takes on his edit. It's tough. It's tough to see right now. The game's kind of in a limbo. I think like
I don't see Owen taking on Sammy's edit. I don't think they're that close.
Yeah. Yep.
honestly,
Agreed.
I could see.
I also don't see
Gable,
Owen
Sammy
winning
final
this
3.
game.
Yeah, I don't
He
see
probably
Owen as a winner
loses.
either.
Yeah, I could see.
I think
that.
he could actually get.
I also don't.
I think
What
Owen
is
could be a goat at the end. It's not.
I
mean,
disagree. I
I
think
don't think people like Owen. Like,
I don't
I
really
think they
see
hate him. I just
Owen-
don't think they like him that much.
I don't see Owen getting third at a jury vote ever. To me, I just don't see it happening.
What if it's like?
I don't. Maybe not third, but I could definitely see him as like he's not.
You
he's
said
a
a
second.
goat.
I don't see him as a winner at all.
So a second?
Yeah.
goat?
Well, there's 2 goats usually.
Not really.
A goat can get a
but-
vote.
But a
Yeah,
goat is a
like
is a
Philip got a
substantial.
vote. So
Right. I mean, of course.
I'm just saying, I don't see him as just, like,
That's not a
charismatic. He's
very
gonna
good metric.
Convince the jury to vote
that's
for him.
not-
I just don't see that.
It's not a
the
very
final
good
3
metric
we all know
to
is
measure.
going to be Gabler, Owen, and Sammy, so it doesn't even matter.
That seems way too predictable, but sure. All right. You know, I don't know. To me,
I mean, they're in a great spot.
like. Okay, what's your final 3 then? Pick for a bidder.
Yeah. What is it?
Hold
It's
on.
not.
You just cut out for me, bidder. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I have Gabler as final 3. Oh, yeah, Sammy,
What the
Owen,
hell?
Gabler. I think I said it like last time I was on for a final 3.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. You're just like you guys are kind of cutting out from me. So my idea of a final 3 at this point, that's tough. So Sammy,
Bro's trying to be different.
Cassidy, Gabler. Sammy, Cassidy.
Bro's
Gabler,
trying to be
Cassidy.
different, bro.
Oh, you just changed out Cassidy. I mean, Owen with Cassidy.
You're different. We hate you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
I could see
like-
all of Coco as a final 3 go. Like all of Coco is
That
probably
would-
dead, except
right,
for maybe
like,
Carla,
all-
I guess, in a weird world.
like all Coco's going to the final 3. That'd be so bad. I would kill myself. Like
One
Mariah-
Coco
What
is
do you
gonna definitely
guys-
make it to the final 3, and as a goat.
Do you guys think there's any way Gabler wins with his edit kind of being more positive in
No.
this episode and less klutzy? To
I
me,
don't-
I
don't
think he's
he
still a goat.
wins.
Yeah.
I think he wins.
Agreed.
I mean, I'd like to see it honestly. I wouldn't mind.
They seem like they were kind of getting annoyed of the 1 minute thing at the end.
yeah.
Yeah, agreed. What do you guys think of the Gabler and Keith Nail comparison?
I could see it honestly. If I mean
Yeah,
that
it's pretty
challenge
close.
really got his like that he seemed like he could really have gone on forever in that challenge. Like he did not look like he was stopping anytime soon. So it's like maybe it's because he's a heart valve surgeon or whatever, and like he like is his hands aren't shaky or whatever, so he just kind of can hold on to things. I'm not sure. But if
That's a
these
good
shrinks
point,
put his challenge, it could be a thing where like the challenges that Keith Nail will do and just kind of play to his strengths or whatever. And if it's like that, yeah, Gabler could win 4 or 3 challenges. I could see that. And
Gabler has a
To be
little more
fair,
game
though-
savvy than Keith Nail, but
yeah, do you think Gabler goes home here though if he hadn't won that immunity? Like, do you think like it's just a really easy Gabler vote and everyone just votes for him?
I don't think it's a Gabler vote for a while. I think Gabler's time comes around finale night if he's going to go home at all.
Well, I feel like people need to realize that he's like people are saying like he's unpredictable, but like he's predictably a goat. Like I don't get why people just aren't like saying we need to keep Gabler. I'll die for Gabler. 'cause I can
people are
beat
saying
him.
Cody gave his idol to Jesse.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Cody
said
gave his
that.
out Jesse. Oh yeah, my bad.
I got you. Okay, cool.
Jesse didn't
What do
give
you
it- oh,
guys
well-
think of? God.
was gonna say Cody knew Jesse wasn't gonna get voted out because they were voting for for Dwight, so it's okay if them. to
Also,
do
he
it.
knows he can trust Jesse. Like, I don't understand how Janine trusts Dwight at all with her idol. But whatever.
Yeah.
To me, I think what ruined this episode here, I still think the challenge being a half an hour.
Yeah, dude,
Literally,
the first
it cuts
half hour was
half
so
the episode.
boring.
I was literally like snoring. Like, come on, bro. And I'm sure on like our Happen especially, they're like, what if marvelous episode?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Dude, when Noelle was crying and stuff, I was like, when Noelle was crying, I was like, oh my god,
crying,
who the
oh my
hell
God, I
cares? I was like,
I was like, who cares? Bro?
like they could have
Like, it
made that
doesn't
last
matter.
part so quick, but Gabler was like, they had to put
The
target.
challenge
This
could have been
one's-
half the time, but they
Yeah.
squeezed two commercials. They squeezed two commercials out of it, as well as like a bunch of crying moments. It was literally half an hour. Like, it finished at 31. Are you kidding me right now? No. And it started at like 8:03.
The
Ridiculous.
emotional music for Noelle, I was like, oh my gosh, get this over with.
I
was
literally,
like,
it
nobody
was
cares.
so cringy. Oh my lord. Yeah, to
And I
me,
was like-
I'm
so Jeff's like, so Sammy, you're saying you care about this person? Yes, Jeff. He's not saying he doesn't, because that'd be stupid gameplay to say, hey, Noelle, you suck. I'm not gonna help you out of this
you
dick.
suck ass, Noelle.
What
Yeah,
do you
clear as no.
expect?
It's like obviously,
Yeah, like-
obviously he's gonna say, obviously he's gonna be like, yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow,
Yeah,
everyone's
what
coming
do you
to
think he's
help.
gonna
It's
say?
like,
Like, oh
yeah,
my
in
god,
a
I hate you
social
so
game.
much. Screw your leg. I wish you like that. Like, he's not gonna say that. Like,
He gets
I
the
hope
leg
it
out
falls off
first and
again.
throws it.
he takes off her leg and starts like beating her up with it. Like, he's not gonna do that. He's obviously like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh my
It was
god.
my dream, Noelle, to hold a bucket
gotta
of weight,
say,
and you ruined
there
that.
was this like, again, and I'm not like saying it in any way that I'm like losing faith in the season or whatever. It's just I feel like this was one of the most boring episodes of Survivor that I've ever watched, like ever.
You're bound for
To
a
me,
boring
it was-
episode. But
That's okay.
Say it again.
there's usually a boring episode in a season, you know. I just
And-
feel
Yeah,
like
No.
this episode
I'm-
didn't have to be boring. This episode, they made it boring.
Agreed.
though.
I mean, again, I'm not trying to make a larger statement about the game overall, and it's just not that deep. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I think it was one of the most boring episodes I've ever
Well,
watched
what
Survivor.
what
I mean,
what you
like
can't
the storyline for me was not there. The second half
No, I
was
agree.
mediocre. The first half was legitimately snoring boring.
I mean, I don't think this episode was. I don't. I agree with you. I think this episode was boring, but like it could just like seem worse just because we just watched like a really great episode before this one. You know what I'm saying?
it
I
was
agree
bad.
that
No. Again,
I
Yeah,
agree
no,
that it was
it's-
boring, but
You-
you know, there's always episodes like that. Not every single episode needs
again,
to be.
yep. Like I said, I don't want to like get like my expectations up for every episode to be like the Dave vs Goliath. I mean, the Dave vs Goliath merge episode wasn't that crazy, and our merge and the merge for this season was much better. So I mean, again, an episode can be boring, but if we start to get on a stretch of them, it just kind of ruins like the momentum that you have building up from this Ellie blindside. To me, the greatest post merge, like they have this momentum where it's like one blindside and then the next and all of a sudden it's like bam, 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 bam. With I feel like Micronesia was the first season to have that build up. China had it, but then it was like Jean Robert, and then it's like okay, and then it's just like a regular boot, and then it's James, and then it's just like a PG. To me, we saw it at Micronesia with what's the order here? It's what Eliza, Ozzy, then is it James who
Jason?
goes next, or is
Yeah,
it
James gets
Jason?
medevac, then
Yeah,
Jason, right?
Oh yeah. The episode where they crossed their fingers is hilarious. Jason, and then it's Alexis, and then it's Eric, and then it's just
I
perfect.
remember.
And then in
Yeah, you
Cagayan,
really like
yeah,
Micronesia.
and then yeah, and then
overrated.
Cagayan.
honestly.
Agreed.
China's
China's way better than Micronesia.
Oh,
Agree.
Anyways, so and then I feel like Cagayan has the same thing where it's Tony flipping back, and then I feel like the Dave vs Goliath, same thing. You have the John Hennigan boot, and then you have I forget his name, but he had a girlfriend or something.
had a
And
girlfriend
then
or something.
you have Carl getting power, and then like kind of.
And then Gabby like
Zoom-
totally freaks out for like no reasons, like,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
god,
yeah,
I
yeah.
hate black people
Yeah.
or whatever, and then she votes him out, and is
Whoa,
Whoa,
Gabby, really?
whoa, that's not what happened.
He's done a
That's definitely
180
what
on
happened.
Twitter.
No, dude, she
Okay.
literally like voted him
No,
out for no
no,
reason.
what
That's
season
gotta
you
be
watched?
no, dude. She literally voted him out for no reason. That's gotta be racist.
No, yeah, I agree. There's subtext there, this guy. Spencer's
there's-
couldn't see
there's
it because of white
definitely-
privilege.
Yeah, there was definitely something.
Right.
She didn't
Oh,
realize
let me
it wasn't
read
her
you-
fault. She didn't
let me
realize.
read you. So I posted this on my community tab, but let me read it to you. This person says this is an hour ago, and I posted it on my community tab. Someone said you're giving very I'm a white male with privilege that can't accept the fact that gender race bias is a thing in the game and IRL right now. And let's say you're not racist or misogynistic, at least acknowledging the fact that women are the first 4 boots of the season, and how the game might have an unbalance towards women could help your case. The same storyline was in 41 when men were getting voted out back to back. And I responded with, I'm black, crying emoji. This is so embarrassing for you. There's still time to take this down. Jesus Christ, man. That is just depressing.
Well, I'm glad you read that, Spencer, because it took me a lot of time to write that.
Imagine it's bitter in secret. It's crazy, man. Like these people will like make their whole opinions up based on the color of your skin. It's like that's the definition of racist. Like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I guess it's just
You think
how it
maybe
is.
they
Yeah,
didn't
no.
they didn't
Streets
focus on the
cold.
vote out so much is because it was 3 black guys up for a vote out?
No way. No way.
You think there was
What?
like something cut out that was actually what was going on?
What? were
Yeah,
they
I
like,
mean,
we can't
I
let
doubt-
the cookout happen again, so we're gonna.
Like it.
It's like
yeah,
Dwight came out of nowhere as the vote. It's just weird.
Nah, Cody definitely said I want to vote him out.
Yeah, he said
so-
that, but why? He's on his tribe. I don't
Because
understand.
Right.
Jesse was like, "Hey, I want to get Noelle because she's calling the shots," and then Jesse was like, "Well, like I think I'd prefer Dwight or whatever because I think he's kind of scary and they're kind of like a pair." And then Jesse was like, "Okay, I'll do whatever you say," and then they voted him out.
Well, I do understand the buildup there's been between Cody and Dwight not really liking each other that much, but
Yeah, he pulled a Gabler. Me not like Dwight. Dwight go.
I guess it's been working. That's a good
Yeah,
strategy, I guess.
It's been working. The caveman strategy
Who do
always
you
works.
who do you guys have as your LVPs?
Janine, because screw Janine.
2 weeks in a row.
I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else besides Janine?
Dude, she
could
lost
say-
her idol.
I could say Jesse. I mean that is a bad move. That like
I don't know.
that's a
Is
really
Janine the
bad
first
move.
person that's like she just lost her idol, but like
Dude,
stayed in the
Janine
game?
literally everything she does, nothing ever works out
the-
for her. Like
But the idol is just so bad. Like,
Has anyone ever
why
done it
giving
before
your
where they
idol?
lost
I don't
their
think
idol
anyone's ever done that
without
before. I think that's
playing it?
Survivor first.
I'm sure people have like lost their. Someone's had to have given
The only
their
way
thing
someone's
voted out.
lost their idol without playing it is if they just naturally expire and they allowed it to
Remember when
happen.
Lauren in HHH gave it like half the advantage to Ben? He threw it in the fire. Or wait, was it Ben or
Nah,
Dr.
it was Dr. Mike.
Yeah. But that, I mean, that's like the closest thing that we've had.
Yeah,
to
it's
this,
it's a little
except-
different though.
Yeah, this is like
Like
not
he
on
like
purpose.
chose it. Like he didn't get voted out even that episode. I don't think he just threw it in the fire. But I don't even think
Right,
he could
yeah,
use it
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna give this to you, Dr. Mike. I really trust you. He's like, I've always wanted to do this. Just throws in the fire. That's horrible.
Because he could. Because he could.
Yeah.
That was the only reason
What
why he
see,
did
like
it. Really.
that's like what I feel like 41 and 42 are missing that we're kind of getting back this season. It's just some assholery. Like it's reality TV
Assholery.
first and foremost. And when everyone's like, "Oh, you guys got me, GG's," like it, like, well, are you kidding me? Like, what? You're supposed to be mad. You're supposed to be angry.
Well,
It's not as fun to watch.
I thought it'd been really funny if everyone gave their idol, like everyone gave their advantage to Dwight to try to hide it from James. Dwight gets voted out with all of it.
Yeah, Dwight's packing
Yeah.
right now, bro. That's crazy.
Imagine.
Yeah. All right.
Be so funny.
MVP.
Well, I think Jesse played bad, but even it was his move though. But so I'm not gonna give him MVP. I would.
Mm.
He's pretty close to getting LVP, honestly.
I think
Uh,
Carla, she keeps her ally and she stays low.
Oh, ew, stop.
No,
Spencer.
stop messing. I think
True,
Sammy
true.
because
I'm gonna say Sammy.
I'm actually kind of starting to get worried about Sammy because like he hasn't gotten content really in the last 2 episodes, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he got only good stuff though. Like he's like, oh, you just love your tribe mates, and then he also got no blowback for betraying his ally in Ellie.
true.
So that's only good things for him. He's yet to be
True.
shown to making a mistake, and only being shown by everyone else seems to like him.
The Joe
True.
Ingles of the season.
Is there anything left to say here? Or go to the
I'm trying to think who the MVP be. There wasn't really a player I think in this episode that really stood out as like, oh, yeah, this person really played this episode well. Like I could honestly see you giving it to James just because he found the ice.
Just James. Honestly,
who's that person?
wait.
The person in our comments that really didn't like you guys for saying James isn't a top 5 player. I responded to him and said he's only top 5 in BMI.
Oh,
What?
bro.
That's
Do you not know what
mass
BMI
index.
is? Body.
Oh, no way you said that.
I did.
Yeah, I would say probably gonna go to James. I guess I don't know. It's iffy.
No, it's Sammy.
What's
Sammy
going
get
on?
MVP.
What's going on over there in the Skylander universe?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I just like saw something on Google. Like I was trying to look up James Jones and it said chess rating. I'm gonna see if I can find his chess rating with it. Anyway, in the Sky News, nothing. I do live streams occasionally though, and yeah, I was gonna post a video about the merge episode, but I got sick over the weekend, so I couldn't, make a
Just
video.
like be healthy. Anyways, bitter universe. Anything going on? Or are you just getting?
No,
these
I'm still
podcasts?
traveling right now. I was sorry
Yeah.
I couldn't make the last rankings, but should be good now.
He's a businessman of sorts.
What? Not a business.
Yes, you
He's on
are.
vacation.
Anyway, no.
Bro had to
you're on
leave the
business-
terrible state of Philadelphia or wherever he lives.
Yeah, like L State.
Wait, Philadelphia isn't a state. Hold up.
Wait, who's undefeated still, and who's in the World Series?
Pennsylvania.
Who's in the World Series? How many World Series wins do the Eagles have again? Oh,
I'm talking about the Phillies, but
I know.
Eagles aren't a baseball team, Sky.
I know. It was
that was a joke, better. You
I don't
missed
know if it was a joke.
Are they
or
playing right now? I think they're playing
miswording.
right now.
Yeah, they are
No.
playing.
Pretty sure.
Right?
Oh, okay.
I think.
That was
I'll
very
check it
nice
out.
of you to make it while your disgusting team was playing. Guys, none of this happens without you guys. Check out the Spotify and Apple podcast versions of these podcasts, as well as the Power Ranking podcast over the weekend in the description. Again, none of this happens without you guys. Without you guys, we are weird guys speaking into weird microphones, and that's how to talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.